Hello, good evening. I just wanted to take a little paint break and I wanted to show you the cutest little canvas ever. Look at that thing. Isn't that adorable? So cute. So we're going to paint this. This is going to be definitely under an hour. I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. I'm going to start it off with a sunset and then we will decide what's going to go. I feel like there's got to be a silhouette of some sort. It could be maybe palm trees. Or, hi, Georgianne, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hey, girl, it says Facebook user, so I cannot see your name. Crystal, maybe? I'm not sure. But hey, girl, to you. Let me see if I can fix this. Good? Good. All right, I might need your guys' help deciding. I'm going to do kind of a sort of cloudy sunset, but we need some kind of silhouette. I'm doing good, thank you. So we could go tropical. There we go. Hey, I'm getting a little better at this. Hello. A little better. I'll probably just jinx myself, but do a tropical sunset. We could do some pretty fir trees or something. Just, I don't know. I just felt like painting some pretty fluffy clouds. Let's see if I can arrange this a little bit. Not quite. Okay, maybe that'll work. All right. Fun part excuse me, about a little tiny canvas is little tiny brush. Oh, a little house with trees. That'd be cute. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna start some blue in there. And I have my camera really close to the table because this thing is so small and I haven't figured out how to zoom. Yeah, figured out how to zoom when I'm doing a live stream. So instead, I've just moved my phone mount really close. So if I keep bouncing, you see that? That's my paintbrush hitting the phone mount. And then I can't really see around my phone. So this should get interesting. Yeah, this is a 3x3 canvas, and they're really fun for around Christmas time to paint them, and then you can hot glue or staple some ribbon onto the back because it's, you know, tiny little stretch canvas just like the big one, so it's got a wood frame. You can staple or glue ribbon or maybe some twine and make little ornaments. They're pretty fun. I've done quite a few with my kids, and you know, they may not turn out pretty. With I think the first time Noah did one, he was maybe 3. No, he would have been only 2. So, you know, it was an abstract piece for sure. It went on the tree nonetheless. You would have a hard time with what, the little tiny miniature size? Ah, it's kind of hard to hold on to. I'm going to have paint all over my hands. I usually do, but it's kind of funny with a tiny canvas. You would think I wouldn't get so messy. It's going to happen though. So what is your ideal canvas size? What would be middle of the road? I like 11 by 14 for paint parties. Those seem to be a pretty good size. So I'm going to guess Facebook user is not going to tell me their name. Is it Bonnie? My big fumbly fingers are sticking to everything. 18 by 24. That's good. That's a decent sized canvas. Well, maybe I shouldn't have painted the whole thing. That makes sense. Yeah. That is a good size. I don't think I've ever actually done even a 16 by 20. I have this crazy idea. It's probably not crazy, but I want to paint like really big sometime, not a mural, because that freaks me out. That's like a whole different skill set. But I don't know, a 24 by 36 or something. Maybe something like that. And I'm not sure what, but I have images in my head. So I'm just kind of trying to let it dry a little bit. And a lot of this is going to end up being covered by brighter colors. So it wasn't quite necessary to paint all the blue, but I guess it was just the kind of in the habit of, you know, oh my gosh, I forgot the word. Is it tinting the canvas? That doesn't seem right. But just like do a base undercoat. That way when you have little gaps in between your final painted piece, it's not just white canvas in those gaps. Yeah, definitely. I need to explore a little bit with bigger sizes. I think because I'm usually, when I'm painting, it's usually prepping for a paint party, and I stick with, for the most part, 11 by 14. So that's just kind of I guess that's my comfort zone. I just haven't gone further than that. Further, bigger. It might also be a space thing. I definitely don't have a ton of space right now. I'm just going to start putting in some clouds. I'm not quite getting the brush strokes that I want because I'm afraid I'm going to bounce my camera around. You know what I can do? I can find out who you are, Facebook user. I know it says your name where you are, but this StreamYard that I'm using, I'm seeing everything through the StreamYard app. So it just tells me where people are coming from. If you do not grant StreamYard permission to see your name, then it just tells me, you know, like if somebody's commenting from YouTube, it will tell me. It doesn't say YouTube user, but, and if it's from Facebook, it tells me if you're from my, oh, I'm getting distracted. I'm seeing a squirrel. It tells you if you're coming from the business page or the free group, but it doesn't give me a name. Make sure I'm muted on there. Weird, I've never watched. Oh, maybe I can't find out. Well, I'm done playing detective. It didn't work out anyway. I'm happy you're here, Facebook user. Just kind of laying in base of clouds. I gotta start dragging in some other colors. Let's see, we'll go magenta. It's just kind of blending wet on wet right now. I'm such a dork. Oh. So it's really just blending that magenta into the white I just laid down, which kind of became really light blue. Do I know you're watching? I assume you're watching because you're commenting. It just doesn't tell me who you are. Tunes in when I'm using StreamYard, it should say something like, should ask you to grant StreamYard permission to see your name. But even without it, it tells me that somebody's here. And then if you comment, it just, like I said, it says Facebook user. The light is hitting that in a very weird way. Can you guys see that? Not real well, huh? Yay! Growth is good. We like that. All right, so I poured myself a really funky color just to try it out. I don't know if the camera will even show the vibrancy. I think that's a word. It really doesn't. This is fluorescent orange. So we're going to see what happens. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's fun. I love painting clouds, like sunset skies. I'm going to see if I can move this up just a little bit. I can't quite get the brush strokes that I want. Sorry for all the bouncing. There's. Oh, Destiny. Hi, Destiny. How are you doing? Destiny and someone else. And Ellen. Did I see Ellen on there? Hello, Ellen. Okay, there's. Yeah, I saw Georgianne. That's okay. I just basically just want to say hello to everybody. Just like to know who's here. Even if I can't see your name, I appreciate you being here. You really can't see that very well, can you? It's really just kind of a layering process because I am doing mostly wet on wet. It is going to take some time to actually achieve some brighter colors just because it keeps mixing, with the wet paint. Is that any better? How's the light, you guys? Someone's talking to you, Ellen. I feel like I might need some yellow, but I'm not sure. If this turns out any good, I should give it away to one of you guys for watching. I like to kind of wrap my painting around the edges of the canvas. The light is really glaring off of it. Do we need any yellow? What do you guys think? I just had an idea. What if we did a silhouette of a cactus? A desert sunset. I suppose it could be sunrise also. I wish that orange would show up on camera like it does, you know, how it really looks. It just looks like orange. Oh, that's pretty good over there. I need to rinse that brush out. I can't tell which light it is that's glaring like that. And get these clouds a little fluffier. So I tried to get some music figured out this time, but I wasn't sure because I usually just play it like Pandora on my phone. And I can play it and use StreamYard at the same time, but I don't know what that will do in the, the recording. I don't know if it would blast it for you guys or what. I didn't really want to do that. So it's nice and quiet. Are you guys still here? It's like radio silence on that end. Super bright. Still here. Back when I was in high school, sunsets and silhouettes were my big thing. I had actually even entered this art contest. My art teacher encouraged me to enter this congressional art contest, and it was for high schoolers. And one piece of work from each congressional district in the United States would be, they would, I think the congressman was involved. I can't remember. You know how long ago that was? That was like 2 decades ago. But they chose one piece of work from one student that entered from each congressional district. And those pieces that they chose went to hang for a year in the Cannon Tunnel in DC. And my painting that I entered was one that was chosen for our congressional district. And it was a sunset with silhouette of elephants. And let me tell you, okay, so yeah, only a couple of years ago, just a couple decades, years, what's the difference? My mom raised a bunch of money for me to be able to go over to Washington, D.C. for the opening ceremony and all of that stuff. And all the students that were able to make it over there, we got to go walk through the Cannon Tunnel and see everybody's work. And there was some just mind-blowing artwork in there. So cool. It's a very cool experience. And so I went by myself. I was 17. And my art teacher had a sister who lived in Maryland. And he set it up for me to go and stay with her. So it was at least, somebody that it was somebody that I trusted. It was someone they trusted, friend of a friend. But then as it worked out, all the opening ceremony stuff was happening at the same time as my art teacher's. He was having a big birthday party. I don't remember how old he was turning. Maybe he was 60. So his sister was flying back here. Just her, not her husband, staying in his house, which was totally acceptable because I don't think I would be comfortable with it, nor would my mom. So I ended up staying with one of her friends, which was this German couple who had their son visiting from Germany. They all spoke German. They spoke English also, but it was very quick for them to communicate in German. So a lot of the times they would speak German to each other. And it was an experience. I do not speak German. Just let's be clear there. So I did not know what they were saying for a lot of the time. It was an experience. That's for sure. It's very cool. And that family they were very nice. Do I still have the picture? Yes, actually. A few years back, I finally had it professionally framed by Tom, and it is hanging on the wall. It's just kind of a fun story. You know, not everybody can say that they went and did that. And it's funny because, you know, Peter DeFazio, that's our congressman. Even though he lives over here, well, I think he does. I know some congressmen and those type of people don't always live in the area where they represent. Just kind of funny, but pretty sure Peter DeFazio lives here in this area. But we were never able to set up a time to meet. So the first time I met him was while I was in DC. We couldn't set up a time to meet here, although we both lived here. But we were able to set up a time very quick, probably like really squeezed into his schedule. Very brief meeting, and got a picture of the two of us with the Capitol building in the background. And I was so underdressed for it. I had on like, I don't know, some summer shorts and a band t-shirt. It's like, okay. Was not dressed for that photo op. Sure, I could do that. I'll share my picture. I call it a painting, but really it is very mixed media. Because the clouds I did that with chalk pastel. Chalk pastel and a cotton ball, of all things. And then I did use paint for the silhouettes, but that was pretty much, that was it. And some permanent marker to get nice sharp lines. But everything else was chalk pastel. It was one of those things that, you know, I couldn't believe I was chosen. And then going and seeing everybody else's art was just like, how in the world was I chosen to be here? It just felt like not even on the same level as a lot of these other young artists. Camera froze. I've also got another device streaming to Instagram right now, and I'm totally ignoring it. You can't even see I have this so turned sideways. How's this looking? What do you guys think? Is that looking sunsetish? Is that a word? So somebody on here says they remember when I did all the DC stuff. Thank you, Georgianne. Maybe that's Ellen. Ellen saying she remembers. Yeah, that was, you know what year that was? That was 2001. Because that was just months before the World Trade Centers were hit. I sure cannot wait for warmer weather. Yes, you're Ellen. That was like ages ago, wasn't it? So long. I feel like it started to get a pattern kind of. I don't really like that so much. Maybe not, but it looks like it's developed a pattern to me. See if I can get the glare off of it. Not so much. Right there. Like the clouds are almost done, but I kind of want it a little bit brighter at the bottom. I'm not worrying so much about down here because I figure I'll cover that with part of the silhouette design. Get that nice and bright.
Don't take the candy.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
That's my 7-year-old on the hunt for candy. A little sweet tooth. I can't decide. Do I like it? Is it too much? It might be a little too much. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of red. That fluorescent orange is fun, but it might be just a little much there. I might do just a little bit of blue. It's kind of, let's see, where do I want to do that? It's kind of peeking through. Oh, yeah, I kind of like that. It needs a little touch up with some white around it, I feel like. Kind of separates the clouds some. A little bit over here. Oh, I don't like that. Now it looks like it's, yeah. Let's see if I can take that off real quick. Sort of. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of messed it up a little. Not loving what I just did. Maybe I just need a little a little more cloud. A little fluff. It's better. A little better. Yeah. Gives it a nicer transition, I think. And almost like that pocket of blue is letting in more light. All right, it's getting close to time for the silhouette. What do you guys think? Desert? One of those big old cactuses right out in front. I don't know what those are called. Saguardo? No idea. I'm just kind of highlighting some of the cloud tops. Extra brightness. Oh, my hands are cold. That spot there, when I wiped off my speck of blue that I put in there, the paint under the blue was still wet, so it kind of picked it right up. That's okay. Okay. I think just a touch of yellow. Hmm. Yeah, that's better than that orange. That orange right over top, or yellow over top of the orange. It's kind of. It keeps getting worse. It's getting worse, you guys. What do I do? Okay. I think it's recovered a little bit. It actually kind of turned out. It looks better than before I ruined it. More layering. I feel like a sky would be such a quick thing, but you start getting into it and it could just go on forever. And this is just a tiny canvas. I could be out here all night. Okay, I'm gonna stay away from the bottom now. Let that dry. Otherwise, I'll never be able to paint anything over it. I'm trying to keep this under an hour, which we're pretty close. Pretty close. I'm gonna do something here. I can't seem to lighten up this yellow. So I'm going to do a super light yellow. The base of the clouds. Didn't quite turn out how I had pictured. It might be okay though. We're gonna go with it. Yeah. Not mess with the bottom. I think I said that. And here I am. Oops. Messing with the bottom of it. We're gonna maybe tone down that tone down this a little. It's not really toning it down at all. I don't really mean tone it down, more so I mean to to blend it. So, because I feel like that stands out like a lot. That's not really what I wanted. Let's kind of soften that. Okay. Here's the scary part. I'm going to go with, I'm just going right in with black. Black for the silhouettes. I'm going to avoid this area just for a bit. Oh, that's a harsh contrast, isn't it? Maybe it actually shouldn't be just black. What if it was a really dark blue? Just a little softer. I kind of like that. Whoops. I said to stay away from that area. I really can't tell, excuse me, much of a difference, but making that a really dark blue kind of softened it up a bit. Yeah, and I just keep dragging my brush through wet yellow paint. Hi, Ellen. I see you over there. I got my brush in my mouth, sorry. Talking kind of funny. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to grow an extra hand, so sometimes my mouth just has to step in. All right, I'm going for a desert scene because why not? My belly's growling. What do you think so far? Right. I'm going for it. That was going to be a cactus. Now I don't know what it is. See that? Some sort of rock formation, I guess. Thanks, Ellen. I appreciate it. All right, I'm just gonna make that into some big rocky formation off in the distance. I don't know if it really looks like that though. Okay. I'm gonna be more careful this time. Actually create a cactus. Can I do it? We will see. Trying not to go too cartoony with it, but it might be happening. That's okay. That's all right. I feel like we need another one. Over here. I'm doing it. Oh, this is scary. It's right here. I should have looked up pictures of these. They can't all have those arms, can they? See, I don't know if they ever look like that with a lump on the side. This one does, though. Yep. Let's see if I can round out that. Just a little. Here, that looks a little better. Okay. We need some little teeny highlights. Just so subtle. Oh, darn it. And a little stray bristle. Can't worry about it. It's just pulling up the paint underneath because it's not quite dry. I'm not here. No, not really. It's just such a subtle difference there that you can barely see it. Yeah, I really can't see it. Just gives a little more detail, and you can see it, you know, in person, of course, is better. Little bits of desert grass in here. Oh, you can kind of see it. Okay. I think I'm calling it good. What do you guys think? Cute little teeny canvas. Still took me an hour to paint. And I decided I want to add just a tiny bit more. Just a little bit stronger highlights. Oh, thanks, Georgianne. These little tiny canvases are pretty fun to paint. Might have to do more of them. All right, I did just a tiny bit more, like a little lighter highlight to make it. Oh, I've rubbed off all my all my dark paint on the side. Whoops. A little easier to see. Still can't see it really well, but we are calling it done. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try to be back on Thursday for something. I don't know. If you have any questions or anything in particular you might want to see, just shoot me a message or comment on this video. I will see it. So yeah, just see if maybe I can answer any questions you might have. Otherwise, I'll just come back and maybe do another one of these. I don't know. That was fun. All right. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you. All right. Okay. I'm going to say goodnight now. Thanks again, you guys. We'll see you maybe Thursday.